Let's say that you have a mentorship program and you've recently noticed on the activities page that there's been an uptick in mentorships getting unmatched. So you're curious about learning more about this, but in order not to have to go through mentorship by mentorship to find out what was going on with that unmatched, let's look at how we can do a quick analysis by exporting the data from your dashboard and using pivot tables. So if we want data from our dashboard, there are two places where you can get it. One is going to be right here on the Exports tab. In this case, we want data on unmatched mentorships. So we would want to get mentorship data. We'll just click that Export button. In order to, if you have a lot of data, maybe pre-filter and only export the part that you really need, you could instead go into the Mentorships tab right over here, which will allow you to filter for the kinds of mentorships that you're looking for in this particular situation. So let's try that. Let's apply a filter. And we said that we're only looking for mentorships that have been unmatched. So I'm going to scroll down to the mentorship filters and let's look at match status, unmatched, and apply those filters. So that gives us a smaller list and we can export this pre-filtered list by clicking that little down arrow and exporting only the filter data. If we export all data, it will give us all data on mentorships, same as you would get from the Exports tab over here. Now for demonstration purposes, I already have some mentorships data right here that have been pre-filtered, so it's only showing us mentorships that have been unmatched. And we said that we wanted to learn more about the reasons why mentorships are getting unmatched in your program. So we're going to do this by creating a pivot table. For this, I'm going to go ahead and on my Windows computer, hit Control, Select, and down arrow to select all the data and none of the blank space down here in the column that I'm interested in this case, reason for unmatch. And now let's insert a pivot table. It's going to ask if you want to put this in a new worksheet, in the new tab in this document, or in an existing one. Let's put it in a clean new worksheet. That will open up the pivot table editor over here. And since we only selected one column worth of data, a reason for unmatch, that's all we have to work with, and it's pretty straightforward and streamlined from here. So we want all of the different reasons for possible unmatches in rows. So let's click and drag that and drop it into the rows area. That gives us this setup where all the different reasons why mentorships got unmatched in your program are listed in a row. Next, we want to know how many mentorship unmatches happen due to each reason. So we want a count. I'm going to grab this column again and drop it into values, and that will automatically give us a count. We can do a quick quality check to say that this one gives us 38 different unmatched reasons. Let's make sure that that's also what we have here. 39 rows, one is a header row, 38. Perfect. To make this a little easier to read, why don't we go ahead and click this down button and sort it from top to bottom, descending by the count for recent unmatch. That will give us the most common one at the top, which seems to have been mentor being removed from the program. Now this pivot table, as it looks, it doesn't tell you anything more about that, but at this point you might remember that after the fall semester, you had a bunch of mentors who graduated, you removed them from the program. Perhaps that's the explanation. Or you might know that a lot of mentors reached out saying, I'm overwhelmed, time commitment is not possible for me. But if you don't know, this is a good time to maybe go in and use what we're providing in a separate column called Unmatched Notes to learn a little bit more on a case-by-case basis when Mentor Collective has insight from a participant, a reason why they want to be unmatched, or if you've done the unmatch on your end and added a note, they are going to be visible to you in the export. So what I would do here is let's apply a filter and look at only those unmatches that have some sort of notes. So I'm going to unfilter for, like, remove the blanks, filter out the blanks. So this gives me a shorter list where there is specific notes on each reason for unmatch. To make this even easier, I'm going to sort them now by reason for unmatch, and we'll see that we have 3 here where the mentor was removed from the program. 2 of them seem to have had not enough time. 1 graduated. What else can we see? We have a couple of notes on people who were unmatched because it wasn't a good fit. So here maybe I would see, I would look for any trends. Somebody once a person in the same major, somebody wants another athlete student as a mentee, somebody is looking for a particular gender. So maybe I'm not seeing any particular trends in the unmatched notes for this program, but this is something that you could check to see if there's an adjustment that you want to make to how people are getting matched in your program, or questions that you want to ask in the matching survey, perhaps to make sure that matches are as relevant as possible. So by exporting data from your dashboard and doing a quick manipulation in a spreadsheet, you're able to do an analysis kind of on an aggregate level of reasons why mentorships are getting unmatched in your program.